Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DimDim Sports Show. Yes. Um, the DimDim Sports Show every Sunday, 5-6 p.m. You know, 1 hour show where we have a host or we are online every week, each and every Sunday. Just go to kimdradio.com, right? Or connect with the TuneIn app. You know, you can listen in your car, wherever you want, from your smartphone, right? To Kilimanjaro Radio. Just look for Kilimanjaro Radio in TuneIn app. And of course, for those who are online with us on Facebook and YouTube, just go to Kilimanjaro Radio channel on YouTube and we'll be there live, right? Or go to DimDim Biba and the DimDim Sports Show is live on Facebook. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so let's start with some news. Let's go across the Atlantic Ocean where we got a Champions League going on. Okay, so it was a little bit of a pause because of the national teams are playing, right? You know, Europe, even Africa and all that, right? So by the way, in Africa, Cameroon beat Mozambique, and yeah, so this was the week for all the national team to play their qualifying or friendly games. Okay, so going back to the Champions League, I'm just gonna give you who has the most chances to go ahead. Okay, in the groups, in the different groups, and then there's gonna be, so basically they're gonna pick the first two, number one and number two of each group, and there's gonna be a draw to decide who's gonna play who from the other group. All right. So in Group A, Bayern of German team from Munich is first, followed by Atletico Madrid. In Group B, another German team, Mönchengladbach, followed by Shakhtar Donetsk, right? So in Group C, Manchester City, an English team. By the way, the English team are doing very well. And the second team is Porto from Portugal. Like I said, English teams are doing well. Group D, Liverpool is first and Ajax is second, right? They have 9 and 4 points respectively, right? In Group E, it's pretty tight. Chelsea is first with goal difference, goal average, and Sevilla from Spain is second. They all have 7 points. They tied, basically. In Group F, Dortmund, another German team. So we have so far 3 German teams that are pretty well ranked to go ahead, right? In the next round. And second is Lazio, Italy team. Okay. Group G, there's Barcelona and Juventus. So Barcelona has 9 points, Juventus 6 points. So it's good for Barcelona, but it's pretty tight, right? Just 3 points, just, you know, a 1-win difference. Okay. And the last group, Group H, Manchester United, another English team, right? Manchester United, by the way, who's not doing that well in the English Premier League, but they're first over here, right? And Leipzig, another German team. So, by the way, they are both tied 6 points, and Man United is first by goal average. Um, yeah, so another German team. So basically, you understand that in this Champions League, you have the trend about the best leagues, the best soccer leagues in Europe, right? You have England, you have Germany, right? England, Germany, then Spain and Italy. That's how it is, right? Then you have Ajax from Netherlands, and that's about it. That's about it, right? So if you are, betting and all that, you already know the pool of teams that are gonna do well in the Champions League for your bracket. Okay, right? Okay, so now let me switch to England. So we're gonna stick to England because England is the best, like the best league in soccer right now, right? So let me pause a little bit. I've been asked a question by DimDim. Hey, DJ DimDim, welcome to the show. So which team is Serge moving to now? Serge is not moving yet. We're talking about basketball, right? So we're gonna come back to it, okay? There are a lot of discussions, no worries. All right, so coming back to soccer, so that was the Champions League. So in the England Soccer League, right now, after 8 games played, you have number 1, Leicester City. So you're gonna be, a little bit surprised that you don't hear Liverpool or Man City being on the top. It's just the beginning, right? So Leicester City is first with 18 points. It's pretty tight at top. Tottenham, 17 points. Tottenham is still a good team, but now they have Joseph Mourinho as a coach. So it's a pretty good team now, right? This year, Liverpool is here. They are third with 17 points. Southampton, another kind of surprise. So I guess they have a good coach, and that's it, right? So Southampton is fourth with 16 points. Chelsea is fifth with 15 points. Aston Villa, which by the way crushed Arsenal last week, is actually this week, we're still on Sunday, is 6th with 15 points. Everton is 7 with 13 points. Manchester City is down in the middle with 10 points. Okay, Arsenal, another surprise, is 11. Right? Manchester United is 14. Anyways, it's just the beginning, but just to let you know that it's pretty tight, and the big team that we usually hear about are not doing well yet. Okay, so it's too early in the season, we know, but that's what it is. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen next week, which is it's a holiday in the States. Thanksgiving, right, in the States. So we have a big game. Tottenham is playing Manchester City, and Newcastle United is playing Chelsea. Newcastle United always used to beat Chelsea, right? Even when Chelsea was the best of the best, So, right. So, good game on November 21st. November 22nd, you're gonna have Liverpool playing Leicester City. So Leicester City is first, and if Liverpool wins that game, they're gonna go first, right? And another good game is Fulham playing Everton, right? So that was about the English League, ladies and gentlemen. So let's switch, staying with soccer. Let's switch to MLS soccer. So in the MLS, the regular season is done. Now it's playoff time. Okay, so playoffs are going to start with the playing game in the East, right? In November 20th. Okay, so what happened is that in the East, they decided to pick 10 teams in the playoffs, and luckily we have another Canadian team in the playoffs in the 10th, right? Montreal. So here are the standings in the East. So Philadelphia's first, Toronto FC second, Columbus third, Orlando fourth, New York Football Club fifth, New York Red Bulls sixth, Nashville seven, New England eight, Montreal Impact nine, and Inter Miami 10. So the playing games are going to start November 20 with Montreal playing New England and Inter Miami playing Nashville. Okay, and by the way, the Canadian teams are not playing in Canada, they're playing in the States. They have a home base in the States just because of that COVID-19 thing, where with the borders being restricted, right? So that's so the playing game are gonna happen just like I just told you, right? Okay. In the West, so like I said, so Inter Miami is gonna play Nashville, Montreal is gonna play New England, and the lowest seed is gonna play Philadelphia in the next round, and the next upper seed is gonna play Toronto FC. So we could have a big header, a big Canadian header, Toronto FC versus Montreal Impact. I don't wish it, because I really wish that the Canadian team go ahead further in the rounds, but Okay, in the West, so only like 8 teams right now are qualified, so there's no play-ins, right? So Sporting of Kansas City is first, Seattle second, Portland third, Minnesota fourth, Colorado fifth, Dallas sixth, and Los Angeles Football Club, not Galaxy, is seventh. Yeah. So Galaxy is pretty bad. So San Jose is eighth. Yeah, like I said, Galaxy is pretty bad, and of course, because Abramovich left, he went back to AC Milan, and he's doing good, right? So MLS is going on. Playoffs are gonna start soon, November 20th, and it's gonna be pretty good. Now, let's talk about news, right? In the soccer world, it's the mercato, right? The mercato, people for the transfers and all that. There's a big news that Paris Saint-Germain of France, in Paris, they are shooting for Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Can you believe it? So this is pretty exciting, right? So if they can make it, so Ronaldo and Messi are gonna play in PSG, and they're gonna form a super team. Anyways, I'm not sure that Barcelona and Juve are gonna let that go, right? So that's the big news. Well, another news which is not that happy news, it's Diego Maradona, the best player in the world, arguably the best player in the world of all time. He had a brain surgery, but it looks like it's okay now. He's released from hospital and in a stable conditions, right? Yeah, so for soccer, that's about it. And let's switch to NFL, right? Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned to the DimDim Sports Show. All right.
You're listening to the DimDim Sports Show.
welcome to the DimDim Sports Show. Back to the show right now. So earlier we talked about soccer. Now this is about the switch to American sports, right? NFL. Okay, so the NFL, already started, and there's no bubble. They all play in their respective field, but no fans or very less fans, only select fans. Okay, so the Super Bowl is gonna happen. Right now, teams, there's a lot of surprises, right? Except for the Super Bowl winner, right? So if we go across the AFC, we can see that in the East, AFC East, Buffalo is doing very well, which is kind of surprising because usually Buffalo does not do that well. So, Buffalo is doing well with 7 wins and 2 losses. The New England Patriots are pretty bad. Of course, they lost Tom Brady to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So they're doing bad, even though they got Superman, aka Cam Newton, right? The big African American quarterback, rusher, and all that. He's not yet acclimated to the new system, right? But okay, it's the season is still kind of fresh, right? They have 3 wins and 5 losses, so they're still in there. Another big team, the Steelers, Pittsburgh. So watch out. So this could be the team that's gonna knock out the Kansas City Chiefs. Right now they are 8 wins and 0 losses, 0 tie, right? So Pittsburgh is doing well. Unfortunately, the Ravens are in their division. They are doing well, but they're not doing as well as the Pittsburgh. So they have to be second. They have 6 wins and 2 losses. And yes, the Ravens, of course, they played the Super Bowl, with their star quarterback, which is anyways, they're still, like I said, the season is still fresh, so they could still be first in that AFC North, right? Yeah. So, anyways, they have the MVP quarterback, the star quarterback, Lamar Jackson, right? So, and you have the Cleveland Browns who acquired OBJ. Odom Beckham Jr., but unfortunately he got injured. They still have their rookie quarterback, right? Who's playing well, right? So I'm talking about Mayfield, of course, right? In the South, in the AFC, still the Colts are still there, right? 6 wins, 3 losses. Titans 6 wins, 3 losses as well, so it's pretty tight over there. In the West, AFC West, the Chiefs, right? Patrick Mahomes, right? The Chiefs, the incumbent Super Bowl champions, the NFL champion, right? They are 8-1, okay, and Las Vegas Raiders 5-3 following. In the NFC, in the East. Surprising win by the New York Giants, right? They beat the Eagles. Well, not that a surprising win because the NFC East is weak, right? Because the Eagles are in the same division, but at least they got a win because they've been sucking for a while, right? There we go. So the Eagles are still first with 3 wins. Listen to this: 3 wins and 5 losses. It's a pity, right? So all of the divisions, the wins column is better than the losses, but in the NFC East, it's the opposite. In the NFC East, you have the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, 3 wins, 5 losses. The New York Giants now 3 wins and 7 losses. The Washington football team, right? It's Washington football team now. They changed their name. It's not the Redskins anymore, right? Redskins. That sounds like Aborigine Indians kind of bad connotation. So they decided to remove it with all the fluff that's going on with the racial stuff and Black Lives Matter. So they had to change the team name. So it's Washington football team now. So forget about the Redskins, right? They have 2 wins and 7 losses. And the Cowboys, oh my God, the Cowboys. So the Cowboys is always, always in the headlines. The quarterback, is looking for money, and Mr. Jones he wanted to keep discussing, not give him what the quarterback wants. I'm talking about Dak Prescott. So he signed a franchise tag, right? Which means that he's not quite in a contract, but he's getting paid, meaning he could be removed the year after. So he didn't get the contract he wanted, but he's getting paid at least the franchise tag. And what happened is that he got injured. So Dak Prescott got injured, and he's out for the season. Who is the backup quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys? Mr. Dalton, Andy Dalton, who also got injured. So basically they're playing with the 3rd quarterback, and that's the situation now. They are last in the NFC East. Okay, in the North, the Green Bay Packers, Green Bay Packers, they are one of the contenders for the title, for the Super Bowl. 7 wins and 2. Chicago Bears is following with 5 wins and 4. In the South, another contender, the New Orleans Saints, 6 wins and 2. And another contender following. They are now contenders because they have Tom Brady, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have Tom Brady, and by the way, on defense they have who else? The Jamaican Cameroonian Ndamukong Suh, right? You didn't know about it? Alright, so Ndamukong Suh now is in Tampa Bay. I feel like Ndamukong Suh is really is pretty lucky. He always playing for teams that are, in the sun, right? He played for, maybe he played for Detroit before, but he played for Miami, and now he's playing for Tampa Bay. He played for Los Angeles, right? So that's pretty good. That means he's a good player. He's a good commodity player, right? So yeah. And last in the West, NFC West, the Seattle Seahawks of the famous quarterback Russell Wilson, right? They are first with 6 wins and 2 losses, and Arizona is second. Okay, second tied with the Los Angeles Rams. So Los Angeles could be going there. It's a pretty tight division, because even the San Francisco, who are last, they're like 4 wins and 5 losses. So things can flip over there, right? So right now, like I said, the Giants beat the Eagles 27-17. Right now, the Dolphins are beating the Chargers, the LA Chargers, 26-14 right now. Oh, Cardinals are winning. They are beating the Buffalo Bills 26-23, but still it's only the beginning of the 4th quarter. So maybe no worries for the Buffalo Bills, right? The Raiders, Las Vegas is leading Denver 23-6. Pittsburgh is really doing good, 22-7. And Los Angeles is leading wow, they are leading the Seattle Seahawks 23-13. So that's another shocker, right? The Saints leading the 49ers, and earlier in the day the Green Bay Packers beat the Jaguars by 4 points, a tiny difference. The Detroit Lions beat Washington 30-27. Cleveland beat Houston 10-7, right? And the Buccaneers, they had a really bad loss last week, and they lost to the New Orleans Saints 38-3. So a Tom Brady team who only scores 3 points, so no touchdowns at all. That was right. Tom Brady did throw a lot of pick six interceptions. Anyways, this week they reversed that, and now today they beat the Carolina Panthers 46-23. So they crushed them, right? So yeah, so the NFL is going, and let's stay tuned for the NBA. All right, switching to the NBA. So let's start with news, trade news, team news. Let's start with the Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors are not okay. No, it's not done yet. There are chances. There are a lot of chances that the Raptors will not play in Toronto anymore. Okay, because of the COVID-19 situation and the border situation restriction. So we heard about Kansas and other teams. We heard about Detroit, right? So we heard about Louisiana, right? So there's a lot going on, but Masai Ujiri told us that they are still working hard to find out with the authorities a way to have a particular situation with the Raptors so that they can play the home games in Toronto. Otherwise, anyways, even if they were playing here, there wouldn't be any fans, because of the situation. There wouldn't be the Jurassic Park, of course, okay? But still, it would be good for the players to be in their home base, right? So Pascal Siakam and all that, they have homes and apartment here, right? So out there in the state, it will still feel like it's a away game, right? But let's see what's going to happen. Okay, so let's talk about the news. The NBA is going to start December 22nd. Remember how some players were like hesitating if it's going to be played in December or January. Why? Because they just finished it, right? The Los Angeles are crowned the champions. It's just finished, and it's gonna start like 3 months after. They're not used to it. But on the other side, if they start in January, they won't have summer. So they all voted for having summer, having fun in summer, having a break, right? So it's gonna be still a short season, 72 games, but they're gonna start playing December 22nd. So Christmas Day, we are blessed to have NBA basketball back. Okay. Another news is that the Lakers are close to acquire Dennis Schroeder from the Thunders. So it's gonna be, if this happens, it's gonna be a trade of between Schroeder for Danny Green, right? I'm up for it because he didn't do good in the playoffs, right? I think he's done. I don't know. I just don't remember his age, but So Danny Green and a draft pick. Okay. Another trade rumors. That's a rumor though. Harden. So Harden is not like Russell Westbrook. So Harden is open, but he didn't ask for a trade. He didn't say about it, right? So hear this. James the Beer Harden, he's open to trade to the Nets. So last week we told you that who's the Nets coach? Steve Nash. Who's the Nets assistant coach? Mike D'Antoni. Another assistant coach, Amari Stoudemire. So they have a super team in the coaching staff. Okay, all right. The players, you have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, both champions. Okay, and now they want to add James Harden. Can you believe it? So yeah, but this is at the rumor level for now, and basically Harden is considering. It looks like the Houston Rockets are, they're gonna blow up their teams, right? Russell Westbrook demanded a trade, and right now Russell Westbrook is linked to the New York Knicks. New York Knicks, by the way, who hired Tom Thibodeau as the head coach. So the New York Knicks, they're moving a little bit, but who knows? And by the way, also the Lakers are interested in Wes Matthews, who's playing with Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee. Okay, there've been rumors about Lakers getting DeRozan, just rumors, right? And yep. So Tom Thibodeau, by the way, Knicks coach, the New York Knicks coach, he said that he wants a win now move. So stay tuned, because the New York Knicks might move a lot of pieces to become a contender in the East again, right? They've been struggling for years, at least 10 years, right? Maurice Cheeks is coming back to his hometown, the Bulls, as assistant coach to Bill Donovan, right? So, yep. So apart from that, nothing going much with the NBA world. November 18th, so in 3 days, it's gonna be the draft. One of the LaVar Ball son is in there. He's amongst the high rank between 1 and 3. He might go to Golden State, actually. So he trained with Golden State, with the Charlotte Hornets, and with the Detroit Pistons. So these are the teams that are interested with LaMelo Ball, one of LaVar Ball. So let's see if LaMelo is nearly as good as his brother, or better, right? So also Victor Oladipo, there was a rumor about him saying he wants to leave the Indiana Pacers, but he said that's not true. Okay. Udonis Haslem, the veteran, he's still staying with Miami. Wow. Okay. Caron Butler is an assistant coach now for the Heat, right? And yeah, the Celtics want to get Drew Holiday in a big pack. Michael Conley is staying. Well, he's looking for another contract. He's not opting out with the Jazz, so he's staying, basically. Okay. I also heard that the Hornets want to get Russell Westbrook. So Westbrook, anyway, is gone from Houston. He doesn't want to play anymore. So let's see which team is gonna get his contract, right? I think he's getting a lot of money, right? Close to 20, no, like more than that, right? Yeah, not far from the 40 millions, right? Max contract. Okay. Yep. So that's about it with the NBA. All right. All right. Going back to the Raptors, one of our fellow listener asked the question about Serge Ibaka. So right now, no, there's no move yet confirmed. There's been rumors about the New York Knicks wanting to get Serge Ibaka, but it's not done. It's not confirmed. Okay. But Fred VanVleet wants to get paid, right? You know, so if the Raptors are not putting a lot of money on the table, I think Fred VanVleet is gonna leave, right? That's Pascal Siakam buddy, but you know, let's yep. Oh, another thing is Chris Paul. We don't know where Chris Paul is gonna end up. So Phoenix Suns is discussing you know, some they are negotiating to get Chris Paul, okay, but you know, still in the rumors phase, not yet, right? And also there were rumors about you know that Doc Rivers now is Joel Embiid coach in the Philadelphia Sixers, and there were rumors about him shopping for Ben Simmons, so you know, getting rid of him, and maybe to get James Harden. Another rumors on James Harden, right? So this is gonna be interesting. So let's follow the trade stuff. The trade deadline is it's next month. So yep. Okay. Talking about, we talk about soccer, NBA, and NFL, right? So this is about the end of the show, and another new is about in Formula One. So there's another milestone that Lewis Hamilton just reached, right? So he won the race in Turkey. So he now has 7 championships, which is a record. The record now held by Schumacher, right? Michael Schumacher. So now Lewis Hamilton is, I can say, the GOAT of the Formula One, the great of all time, right? That's good for African American, African England, you know, African descent to reach that milestone. That's pretty good, okay? So, and today, Mercedes was actually emotional when he crossed the line. Listen to this.
Gotta be proud of that. What an awesome drive.
Yes. All right. So you just listened to Lewis Hamilton crossing the line in the Turkey Grand Prix and winning his 7 championships, being, getting the record and being the best of Formula One. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for the DimDim Sports Show. It's every Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're here for you every week. Listen to kmdradio.com. We have great shows coming up on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have live shows, and during the week you have recap of the shows in the weekend. You have your music show happening, great online African radio. kmdradio.com, tune in Kilimanjaro Radio, YouTube Kilimanjaro Radio channel, and Kilimanjaro Radio on Facebook Live. Right now I'm on my Facebook Live, DimDim Biba. So thank you for attending the show, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
You're listening to the DimDim Sports Show.
Different vibe when I'm stepping in. If a nigga ain't right, I'm correcting it. Everybody know for sure I'ma take it there. So close your teeth and dot your eyes when you're messaging. I never subscribe to guys on the internet, living for the cloud, telling lies to the press again. But don't take me for the fool, I ain't never been. Don't bother with lies, I'm wise when I'm checking them. I'm redirecting them back to this and that man. Then you go see reality, go start arresting them. Feel like say them no here when I was telling them. But life real, I ain't living like the rest of them.
Yes, we are blessed, but it's harder to see sometimes. Trying to find my peace of mind. You said, how could you be so blind, baby? You just follow your dreams, you gotta live your life. I'll give you something to believe in.
Next Sunday, don't miss it.
So please stay, say you won't leave. is for living, but the price you've been given's not cheap. So please stay, we'll share the whole thing, yeah. Real life is for living, use this life that you live and be free.
Next Sunday, don't miss it, alright?
Sharkisha's dog.
Yo, dog, I seen you in time as Soorts, man.
Out here, bro.
Jesus. And in that time,